Sentai Zyuranger!
Hey guys, welcome to the first of what will hopefully be many episodes of several playlists for covering Super Sentai. Starting with this particular series, Kyoryu Sentai Zyuranger. Obviously, probably one of the best known Super Sentais to those fans in the West. Obviously, because it was used for Power Rangers and Mighty Morphin Power Rangers in particular, becoming quite literally the biggest kids show ever at the time. I mean, I myself, I lived, breathed, ate, drank, slept Power Rangers. I had a Power Rangers poster on my wall. I watched every episode almost religiously. Pretty much up until Turbo, where Justin, ugh. I mean, seriously, I remember thinking of this as a kid, like a few times, like, this little kid's being a Power Ranger. I'm older. I want to be a Power Ranger. Why can't I be a Power Ranger? But, you know, I mean, obviously it's not real, but yeah, I'd have made a so much better Ranger than that kid as a kid. Now, too fat, but you know, that's another issue entirely. Maybe if I work out, I can be in the new reboots. Yeah. But yeah, hopefully you'll enjoy this. Obviously the reviews coming up. I will be doing more of these, so yeah, and please be kind. It's my first one. I really hope I will get better. Hopefully I won't get worse, and stay tuned for my thoughts and that at the end. The first episode opens with an old man watching news footage of a Japanese space shuttle mission to the mysterious planet Nemesis, which nears Earth only once every 23 million years. For some reason, this mission also has 2 children aboard as passengers. As the shuttle lands on planet Nemesis, the old man climbs to the top of a building, and as he puts his hand to his ear, we get a large pointed ear appear from the side of his head. Exploring the planet, the 2 astronauts find and accidentally open the seal of a container, releasing several monsters. Buckback, Totopat, Pleplecorn, and Grifforza. Buckback wakes the witch Bandora, informing her they have been trapped for 170 million years, and Bandora proceeds to blow the astronauts off into space as she promises to show the Earth her undying hatred. On Earth, buildings start moving around, causing debris to fall on fleeing pedestrians as one skyscraper launches itself into the sky, only to come crashing back down on top of the other buildings with something new atop, Bandora Palace. Grifforza and Bandora are seen flying from the palace, with Bandora riding a penny farthing bicycle, introducing herself to the cowering population and announcing how she would destroy the world and leave it a barren wasteland. Approaching the old man from earlier, she recognises him as the white magician Barza, who lost his magic during their last confrontation. Deciding to start her conquest with the space shuttle from earlier, which still contains the 2 children, the fate of these children? To be crushed by a giant mousetrap game contraption, which will crush them in an hour. Barza enters a lift and heads to floor 2000, exiting at a strange magical looking island, and entering a temple, he pleads with the guardian beast to awaken the 5 warriors of righteousness. As he pulls out a ring with 5 keys, he opens the doors, awakening Black Warrior Goosh, Yellow Warrior Boy, Pink Warrior May, and Blue Warrior Dan. But as he attempts to open the final door, the key breaks, as the warriors rush forward to force open the door, but it's jammed shut. With time of the essence, Barza sends the warriors out to save the children. As the 4 warriors arrive on motorbikes, because of course they would have dino bikes ready and waiting for them, entering Bandora Palace, the 4 warriors find themselves on a beach, but they are not alone as they encounter some moving clay dolls, which manage to sucker punch the warriors before Bandora appears in the sky and blasts them with magic. Back at the temple, Great Wizard Barza is struggling to open the last door, even with a cannon. Transported to a room in the palace, the 4 warriors are trapped in a cage as Buckback fans the flames to roast the team. May tries firing an arrow at Buckback and Totopat, but misses, nearly hitting the string holding the weight above the stricken shuttle with the 2 children inside. Back at the temple, a beam of energy comes from the Tyrannosaurus statue, opening the door as the final warrior awakes. Arriving in the nick of time,
he destroys the machine feeding the flames and introduces himself as Prince Geki of the Yamato tribe. Geki frees the rest of the team as Grafforza attacks, along with the full-size clay golems, allowing us to get the first fight scene of the series. Barza calls the Zyurangers outside and throws up their medals, following which we also get the first henshin and team roll call. Geki takes on Grafforza once again as he sends Mei and Dan inside to rescue the children at the last possible seconds. But before they can take the shuttle somewhere safe, a giant hand busts through the wall, sending the two Rangers flying, dropping the shuttle. Before they can recover, the helmeted giant picks up the shuttle and takes it outside. This is Dora Titan. And as Bandora laughs, the Titan disappears, and the Rangers can only look on helplessly as the episode ends.
Hey, welcome back. Glad you're still with me. So, when you compare this with Power Rangers, this is a much slower start. I mean, Power Rangers, obviously it's been a few years since I watched it, but, you know, it's like, oh, race away, get the Power Rangers, right, fight, right, Zords, yay, we beat the first monster. And it's like, bloody, you know, it's all crammed in, and it's like, wow, everything's like bang, 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 bang. This first episode, aside from the fact that unlike Power Rangers, this is a two-parter. And it sort of ends with not much really going right. They've done their first henshin. They've transformed into the Zyuranger proper. And that's about all they've really done. You know, the kids in the shuttle are still trapped. There's a giant monster on the loose. And that's it. So this episode's, like I say, it's first for two-parter, but it's really more of a tease. Whereas, obviously, Power Rangers was just like, look at what we can do! You know, they felt they had to grab us in straight away. Look, here's the Megazord and this and that. And look, boom, explosions. And oh, yeah. Not what Sentai. Sentai's like, yeah. You want to see what's going to happen? Watch it. We're just showing you them in the costume and having a bit of a fight. That's it. And it's like, yeah, okay. Watch more. See what's going to happen. And also, going back to the kids. And why? Why would anyone put a pair of kids, A, in a space shuttle that's even going to space, let alone send them to another planet? I mean, also a planet that comes near Earth once every 170 million years. Gravitational forces alone would just wreck the planet. But forgetting that, why put the kids in there? Why put the kids in there? It's just, it boggles the mind. But Zyuranger what very much was a Child of the Week series, as I remember it. So, yeah, it's like I say, it's a tease of what's to come. So you've got the two kids of the episode. Obviously, they will be back next episode because it's a two-parter. And if I remember rightly, Zyuranger does start off with quite a few two-parters. So you will have a build-up episode and an action episode, and then a build-up episode and an action episode. And I quite like that. I quite like that. But obviously, we'll see more of this as the series goes on. I'm going to be doing more of these. So please, if you have liked what you've seen today, or you think I've got potential, like I say, hopefully I will get better with time. I'm doing a few episodes all at once here, and then I'm going to be taking more time to actually get some episodes done. And like I say, hopefully I will be improving over time. So if you think I've got potential, or you think this series has potential, regardless of how bad I am, please like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification button just so you know when new episodes are up, so you can come and give me another chance. Till next time.